In today's video, I will be going over the best way to defeat the Modern Warfare Zombies boss fight Legacy. For doing this, you will unlock the achievement Conqueror, but also this exclusive contraband blueprint that is really good inside of the Zombies mode. Now, first thing is first, this is actually going to be very challenging, so I really recommend for you to complete this with your friends, or you could join our Discord server, which is linked down in the description, and find some players. I do not recommend for you to do this with randoms, as you need to complete all of this in one go in one match. This will involve you collecting a lot of key cards, and unfortunately you cannot exfil with these key cards and keep them for other matches, which is a very weird decision, but that's why it's going to be very challenging. And of course, human AI everywhere, which is, you know, not the thing that I would have expected seeing in a Modern Warfare Zombies mode. But anyway, the first thing for you to do is I do not recommend for you to spawn in with insured weapons. The reason for this is because you will not be really using your base weapons. You will want to unlock really high rarity weapons as fast as possible, so I just recommend for you to hop in with any kind of weapon. If you do want to lose your insured weapon, then why not? It's up to you. You could also just use acquisitions and upgrade your weapons fully pack-a-punched and in rarity, but there is a very easier way, and that is by spawning in and completing any objective that is around you whenever you drop into the map. Now for this one, I really recommend for you to do the weapon stash or a bounty, just because these seem to be very fast and easy to complete. Once you have this done, I recommend for you to run over to a mystery box and try to spin for a purple weapon or maybe blue. Personally, in my games, I didn't really get lucky with the first spins, but if you do get a purple weapon, you're basically set to go. From here, what you want to do is collect a bit more money, and that is exactly another 2,000, so you can just kill some zombies, maybe go over and complete an ether nest, which could reward you with more insane stuff, but more on that later, and then go over to a buy station and purchase a stronghold keycard. From here, look at your map and look for the mercenary stronghold. That is going to be anywhere around the outer rims, the orange rims, and I do not know if they're going to be in the middle, but I definitely do not recommend for you to even go there at all during all of this, because the zombies will just kill you. Now once you go over to the stronghold, what you have to do is clear it out of the human AIs, which shouldn't actually be too challenging, and look for the safe. When you find the safe, you will be able to put a little drill on it and then wait a certain amount of time until the drill gets through it. During this whole process, there will be a bunch of humans that will be spawning in, and just kill them. Once this is done, you will be rewarded with a few good things: one random item, one triple armor chest, which is really nice, and then lastly a legacy stronghold keycard. This keycard will allow you to go inside of the legacy stronghold, which is located in the top left corner of the map itself, in the orange region right here. There is where the boss fight is, but I don't recommend for you to go there just yet. Remember when you got that weapon from the mystery box? Well, now I recommend for you to move into the orange area and stick around there and try to collect as much points, and specifically pack a bunch of weapons and get some perks, as going over there will be extremely challenging. What I really enjoy doing is, again, completing weapon stashes mainly just because that is really easy, or even specifically transport missions, because they do not involve you shooting zombies or really taking damage, and they will be rewarding you with a lot of points, which you will be able to exchange for, again, perks, or maybe the mystery box to get better weapons, or the pack-a-punch machine. Going back to the ether nest, these are really good to get ether tools, which will be upgrading your weapons rarity, but specifically even ether crystals, which will let you just completely skip the idea of running to a pack-a-punch machine and having to pack-a-punch your weapon. Once you feel like you're set, and definitely do this not too close to the timer going away, because once the timer goes away, an ether storm will appear and everything will get consumed by it. So you definitely want to complete this before you do that. With a legacy keycard, make your way over to the legacy stronghold, and here is where stuff will start becoming a bit challenging, as in this location there is going to be a bunch of AI that will want to murder you, but also turrets around the place that will want to do the exact same thing, and lastly an attack helicopter that is going to be bombarding you with explosives and bullets all around the place, which is insane. But there's actually a really easy strategy, and that is specifically hiding inside of buildings. Before you make your way into the actual stronghold building, I need to warn you that inside of there, it is going to be absolutely booby trapped. It will have trip mines absolutely everywhere, and I really recommend for you to be cautious when you walk in. There's going to be dummies that will be popping up, and when you shoot them, they will flashbang you, which will allow for AI to burst in and start blasting you until you die. There will also be trophy systems everywhere, which will prevent you from throwing in explosives to take them down easier with that. Also on top of this, there's going to be things that will slow you down and basically prevent you from making good progress. And on top of all of this, there's going to be AI at every single corner. So going in there with a shotgun, or at least being extremely cautious, is really helpful. Going up the stairs, do be careful. There's going to be a trip mine that you have to disarm and isn't anything too difficult. There's also going to be a trip mine that is leading outside from inside, so also if you happen to run around, definitely don't run into these, as these will end up insta killing you. Now once you make your way upstairs, there's going to be a kind of interesting upstairs area and then a door to an even more interesting looking weird building. Basically you're making your way into somebody's office, or well, the legacy boss's office. Here I recommend for you to just stick back as much as you possibly can, just to slowly take your time. During all of this, there will be AI that will be running up those stairs and trying to knife you, shoot you, kill you. So definitely, if you are playing with other players, have them scoping out the area and making sure that everything is clear, crystal, and definitely safe to move forward. It's not going to be absolutely impossible. Just take your time and move in cautiously and slowly. Once you clear out all of his elites and whatever the hell else he has, you can actually go up to him and kill the legacy boss pretty easily. He does have the weapon that you will be receiving, which is like with incendiary rounds, but also he'll be throwing very interesting thermites, or at least molotovs, that do deal a lot of damage, so be careful. He does love his fire very much. But once you defeat him, you will basically complete it. In another door, there will be a portal reward that will reward you with the blueprint and some other goodies inside. You can actually get the Wunderwaffe from it, so it can range from absolutely anything, and I'm pretty sure even schematics, which is really nice. But once you unlock that blueprint and you defeat the boss, you're done. You not only completed the actual quest, or at least side quest, but unlock the achievement, and there you go. That's it. And then you can exfil with the blueprint and have it. Unfortunately, it is a contraband weapon, so it isn't going to be a blueprint that you will have on your haymaker overall, but it is really good, and I do definitely recommend for you to do this, as it isn't actually that difficult. Something I'm surprised about, because the AI inside of here, at least with the side quest objectives, suck ass. But surprisingly with this, if you're cautious, know what you're doing, and have good communication, it can actually be quite fun and pretty easy, which is a really nice thing, and I'm really happy that they were able to balance this out, at least in my opinion. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is, before we fully end the video, there will be other Warlord boss fights later on in the game's life cycle. We do know that from the leaks, and there will be quite a lot of them. So this video was specifically for the legacy one. Obviously, if you've watched this far into the video, you already do know that, but I just felt like mentioning it just because the game did just come out, so this isn't something that I wanted to include at the beginning. But later on, we will have more human boss fights. We do know that the chemist potentially from DMZ is returning, or at least the code name for chemist is coming back, so we might have a very similar boss fight. So I guess that's cool, but also like, oh, reusing stuff, even though like Modern Warfare Zombies is literally just DMZ. Anyway, yeah, just wanted to say that. If you have any more questions, then definitely be sure to comment down below, and I will try my best to answer them. Remember, definitely do this with friends. It is not a friendly thing to do solo. And also be sure to drop a like on the video, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.